This time on ijdm, we are testing out the GTMedia Tuner. Up next.
Another visitor. Stay a while. Stay forever.
All right, let's see what we got here. And thanks again to GTMedia for reaching out and sending me these products to test out for. Again, like I said in the last video, they did not pay me to do these ads. They didn't do any pre-input or anything like that. They just said, here, go for it, do a review for us. That's all we really want. We'll send this to you to test out and then whatever. Please use the affiliate links if you plan on ordering any of these products I'm showing, if you wish to. Do so at your own risk, of course. But so far testing out, I found the binoculars they sent me to work pretty good, and I just cannot get this out of the bag. Oh, wow. That's the way we roll on ijdm. Sometimes we are not quite prepared for the packaging, which it is very well packaged. And I gotta say, this is some tough bubble wrap. Wow. All right, there. That's what I should have showed in the intro. Maybe we need to do the intro again. Can we rewind that? Up next on ijdm, we are testing out the HD TV Oh, we already did that. Well, too late. Got you there. You thought I was going to do some kind of gimmick, didn't you? Some kind of rewind thing. On the box says what it is and pretty much it. And so let's get into it. I am not going to babble on about a tuner forever, so I was just thinking this would be an interesting product. If I'm camping or whatever, want to catch the Bucks game or some NFL football, then this thing would be a cool thing to have. Does only apparently work on Android. That being said, on my first thing, I really would like the option that you could use this on Windows as well. Like if I want to plug this into my laptop and watch a game or whatever, that would be fantastic. But that's okay, because oh, wait a minute. Do I have an Android device to test? I actually do. So, but I think we're going to keep this a little more simple than I had planned. I think what I'm going to do is try to plug it into my, what options do we have here? I think for now what we're going to try to do is plug this in, and I'll have to find an antenna for it. We're going to plug this into my Amazon tablet, which is Android based, and see if we can find the app and get things rolling with this and just see how it does. Okay, not by fault or way of GTMedia, I just spent the better part of an hour looking for the app to realize when I was typing it in, it was telling me right there that the app is not, and what I had to type in was HD TV player. Let's see, I had it in my search here. No, not that one. This one. And it was right on top. I didn't even notice this, as it will not work on your device. So what we're gonna have to do at this point is I'm gonna have to search around. I'm gonna try one of my on TV boxes, see if we have any luck with getting it to work on that. Coming up next. All being said, the issue with the Amazon tablet, even though it is based on Android, there might be some kind of block that Amazon put on there with their extra software that they load or their shell that they put on there. But it would work perfectly fine with an Android tablet in that case, as long as you're up to date on software. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go into the Google store and type in, no, I don't need the, I don't need the context menu, I need the actual app. And we are gonna go and search for, I wonder if my volume thing would work. Well, it already prompted me on this, so we will go with this. So we're kind of laid back on the channel. If you never watched me before, I don't really script things out. We just kind of go with it and experience it for the first time. And there it is, HD TV. That's the one that I've seen. Okay, it's installing. Maybe. I mainly use a couple other products for my streaming, whether I'm in the house or out of the house. I have a little on box that I bring with me when I travel so I can watch my programs that are DVR'd and so forth. I just figure this could be an excellent addition if you want to pick up the local channels wherever you are, and maybe the hotel or motel doesn't have all the channels, or it's limited or so forth. If you're out camping somewhere and you just want to pick up the game, this would be perfectly handy for that. And considering it does ATSC 3.0, which is my biggest thing, because I mean, I just have a little teeny antenna sitting over on my counter that's one of those little pole antennas that you buy on Amazon for like 15, 20 bucks. And I just want to see how well it works, if it is going to pick up any 3.0 channels, and see what it does. Okay, with not much fanfare, we are in the app and the setup. So I guess we're going to hit exit. Well, I already purchased it. Scenarios, TV set, TV box, iPad. The device is ready. You can watch on GTMedia on TV box, phone, pad, TV. I guess this would be a TV box. Oh, it's receiving something detected. Okay. No channels. Okay, now we are scanning. Let's see what we find here, if it's picking anything up. Okay, a little time has passed, about 20 minutes. I did some other things while this was scanning, so it found 20 channels on that little antenna. So I'm going to call that a success. And first one's coming in. All right. Now, can I use the channel button with this? No, channel button does not work. So now I got to figure out how to navigate. Confirm to exit, no. Select audio track, hardware decoder, broadcast app. One step. Okay, so up and down does change the channels on the arrow on the remote. So if I hit up, the channel goes up. If I hit down, I'm just trying to figure out how to get to the actual guide. So hitting right doesn't do anything. Left brings this up. Okay, that's something different. I'm not too familiar with that. I'm not really sure what happened there. Yeah, we're definitely getting a signal. There's grid. What if I hit, oh, there we go. Yeah, just hit the center button and then there you go. There's your guide list. So channel list, I guess that's the way it appears. And that's the guide. Okay, it's a slightly different guide than I'm used to. Let's try this one. Okay. I have no way of knowing if it's, I guess there'd be a little indicator if it was, hey, look at that. Me Tunes on 44.6. Well, that's a new thing. That must have just came in recently, because I just checked the other day and I've seen it advertised a few times on other channels that that was coming, but that's interesting. Okay, so the signal's not quite there for that, but I'm definitely getting in 28. But maybe settings? Yeah, it's working. I mean, I'm not seeing any ATSC 3.0 channels. And keep in mind, I got a pretty cheap little antenna hooked up, but the fact it's pulling in anything is a miracle, like considering I have the antenna in the middle of the house rather than outside. So I'm going to try one more scan with this and just kind of go through the channels and the features, and then we'll see where we're at. Well, let's go through the features now, and then I'll do a rescan after. But channel list is exactly what you're seeing now. Channel scan, obviously it rescans the channels. Settings lets you adjust your time, caption, personalization, introductory settings. DVRs if you recorded anything. No, I don't need that. And then join us, I guess, if you want to go on their, their media page or whatever. But I do like the fact that when you change the channels, it's comparable with some of the other units I use. It actually pulls it in pretty quick. I know ATS 3.0 sometimes takes a little bit longer, and I haven't had any of those channels actually coming in yet. But let's go ahead and readjust the antenna and just do one last thing and some final wrap-up thoughts. As you can see in this cutaway, for this portion of the video, I actually raised the antenna and it's sitting on a tripod on top of a tripod stand. to raise the antenna up. So it's probably about another 3 feet up in the air, and I'm already seeing a difference in the channel scan compared to where it was a minute ago when I was showing you the different channels that were coming in. Well, I had to cut a few times, and I know this video is kind of all over the place, and that's because this is my first time really playing with the ATSC 3.0. I can't find a way to unlock it. I think there was a mention that they said in the future that these channels would work, but as of right now, they're not. On that note begins this rant. This is not the fault of GTmedia. This has nothing to do with them. This is stupid US legislation and laws with FCC and everything that is allowing this to happen. What it comes down to me, and I don't care about copyrights and all this, what this comes down to straight off with antennas and broadcast television, this is accessibility and equity. And to me, this is going backwards. I don't understand how this is even being allowed to happen. There's no way that any network should be able to lock out their channel and it has to go through the internet to authorize the channel. I think that's ridiculous. I couldn't agree with it on any level. It doesn't make any sense to me. And whatever copy guards you put in place, eventually they're going to be broken anyways. And the time and money that's put in, you're never going to get it back from what you're saving by thinking you're preventing the whole privacy from the beginning. That being said, this pulls in a boatload of channels just on that little teeny antenna I showed you a second ago, and it works great. I mean, I've got to say that the tuner is pulling them in just fine, and it could be because it has a slightly better tuner than maybe my TVs or some of my other units, but I have tried other indoor antennas. I've only been able to get maybe 1 or 2 channels, but as you can see, I'm going through them right now, and beyond the DRM ones, and I'm wondering if there's a way I can shut that off or just get maybe the original 1.0 signal, which makes you wonder why they lock out the 3.0 signal, and see about that. But just going through, and I mean, I'm not going to go through every single channel that's coming in right now, but we'll start at the beginning. So right now, I'm getting in most of the major networks. So that's an NBC channel, that's CBS, that's Fox, that's ABC. That's More TV Network, 44 WTOG, it's Tampa Bay 44. I forget what affiliate they are. I don't know if CW is around or not anymore. I think that's what it was originally. Of course, a few of the sub-channels are coming in under that with the Start TV, Dabble, Catchy, MeTV Tunes, Story Television, Comet, which Comet usually plays like sci-fi type stuff. You have the Nest, TBD is like kind of, you know, people doing stupid things and getting in accidents kind of thing channel, just kind of all over the place. Of course, we get our Ion channels in too, and then your Western Grit channel, and then a couple news channels and a couple shopping channels. So overall, I got to say this, as far as my concern is, you're limited on what you can use it on. You need an Android box or Google TV box and hook it up, but you have to use a kind of a strange adapter so you can plug in the power for it and the USB stick as well, which isn't a big deal. I had one laying around. That's something I think really could have been included, but that's neither a pro nor a con nor a complaint. It's just something I personally would, if I bought one and I didn't have that adapter, I'd be like, oh man, I gotta wait another day or two for one to come in, or go shopping around the electronic stores to find one. But that being said, does what it says what it does, and it's working for me. I think the guide's a little wonky tonk. I mean, the way it's set up, I like to have a full screen thing, and maybe there is a button for that. I'm just missing how to do it or some kind of setting on it. But I do like the fact I can hit the up and down buttons and basically scan through the channels that way, which is very nice, that you can kind of just channel surf if you want to do that kind of thing. And it moves pretty quick. I mean, signal locked. Of course, signal locked, but oh no, there it came in. So maybe the DRMs are working now. Let's find out. Maybe it took a minute for them to authorize. Well, it's pulling up the, I guess, this interactive guide that comes with these ATS 3.0 channels, but not the channel itself, because it's looking for that certificate. That being said, that'll end this video, and this will be the last of the GT products reviews for a while. We'll be moving on to a Ryobi product review, and then something retro for a change. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next time.